Parliamentarians from more than 50 countries have met to participate in the fourth conference of the League of Parliamentarians for Al-Quds, united to support the Palestinian cause and the occupied city of Al-Quds. The conference was held in the capital Ankara, under the auspices of the Turkish Parliament. The Turkish speaker took part in the opening ceremony.
World peace is about the status of Al-Quds, actually. We all do know Al-Quds was in the target of Zionism.
The parliamentarians raised the conference's slogan, Al-Quds is our red line. They discussed ways to translate this slogan into a parliamentary and legal movement, which can contribute to curb the occupation's attacks and its plans to Judaize and change the features of the old city. The current conference also witnessed the participation of Turkish Vice President Fuad Oktay, who called on the international community and on the free people of the world to take effective and practical attitudes towards the Palestinian cause and the city of Al-Quds, and to take concrete steps to end the Israeli occupation's aggression against the Palestinian people.
Once again, I would like to invite international community to be more sensitive about this issue and take more effective actions in regard to that.
The League's president, Sheikh Hamid bin Abdullah Al-Ahmar, explained the corona pandemic scaled down the conference's invitations to parliamentarians, unlike previous meetings, stressing that the conference will come up with new ideas on the path to institutionalizing the work of the Palestinian committees and the League's branches and regional ties.
Today, we are also welcoming a great audience within the scope of our parliament. We have many committees, colleagues working in these committees, and we will be talking about what has been done within the scope of such committees throughout 2 days. And then we hope that these 2 days event will pave the way for new results, new horizons, new recommendations on what needs to be done to defend the Palestinian cause.
The Vice President of the League and President of the League of Turkey, Dr. Nuruddin Nabati, reiterated that Palestine, Al-Quds and Al-Aqsa Mosque are red line and not just agendas, and thus they can't be exceeded or encroached upon.
And that's why, in order to prevent this violation of red line, we need to be prepared to pay a ration for this. We need to pay for that. With Islam, actually, it turned into a place where people could just protect their lives, their honors and their properties. And why we have lost Al-Quds? The answer lies behind the words of Salatul Ayyubi.
In their speeches, the parliamentarians emphasized that confronting the occupation's plans in Al-Quds requires a collective effort and unity. They added that these holy places need practical steps, not just statements and condemnation.
Al-Quds is our red line, and we never forget it. And we will, despite the aggressive attitude and oppression of Israel, we will continue with our efforts for the establishment of a free Palestine.
They also called to defend the prisoners in the occupation detention centers, especially representatives of the Palestinian Legislative Council, in addition to reject Britain's designation of the Palestinian resistance movements as terrorist groups.
6th of February, we had a resolution sponsored by my colleague here, who is here, Senator Mushtaq, against recognition of Israel, and it was unanimously passed. And secondly, when the Israelis launched aggression against the people of Palestine, we had a special session of our parliament in which I made a keynote speech, and we expressed full solidarity, and this was at the end of May in 2021.
In their concluding statements, the parliamentarians have reiterated they are united in the supporting position of the League of Parliamentarians for Al-Quds as an inclusive global parliamentary framework and a title for all parliamentarians defending the Palestinian cause.
Chile, Guatemala, Uruguay and Brazil representatives are all here. And indeed, we do represent majority of the continent, and majority of us are women.
They also requested to complete the formation of committees for Palestine in all parliaments and to activate the role of the region to completely support the Palestinian people in their struggle to obtain their rights and to establish their aspired independent state with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital.